So I got involved in gangs at a young age. I was involved from about the age of 15 up to about 25, where I had received my patch.
Because I grew up in a broken home, my escape was to turn to the streets.
There's no referee when I was getting a hiding. There's no Royal Commission to look into the hidings I got from my mum and dad.
So I come from that side of the fence. Come from a dysfunctional upbringing. My place to go was to be in the drugs and alcohol.
Sexually abusing me from the age of 15 months. So from 15 months of age, I thought that was a normal relationship between a father and their daughter.
Almost 80,000 adults were victims of family violence.
Victims of family and sexual violence are being promised they'll soon be able to get the help they need.
According to recent reports, New Zealand is ranked as the worst in the developed world for family violence.
We're a little bit worried at the moment because the current economic situation, as it worsens, I think it may make things worse. Far too many women being abused, far too many children getting to see.
This has become a stain on this country along with youth suicide. The statistics are alarming. Thankfully, there are many groups here in New Zealand that are fighting against this mess. The one I'll be rolling with today is SafeMan, SafeFamily. Vic Tamati and Phil Paikea, the ex-president for the Black Power in Whangarei, and the team travel the length and breadth of New Zealand, spreading this message of hope that we can do a lot better and we need to do a lot better.
Young soldier of God, steady march.
Much love everyone, God bless. It's your boy Dave here. Today's vlog, I'm going to be cruising with Phil Paikea, Vic Tamati and the SafeMan, SafeFamily. They're doing a lot of work here in New Zealand in regards to domestic violence, sexual violence in the home. There's going to be, over 150 men from all over New Zealand coming to this wānanga. So it's going to be a very powerful event. A lot of gang members, a lot of ex-gang members, all coming together to try and heal and deal with these traumas, because we know that prisons are just packed at the moment with people who haven't been able to unpack their traumas. So yeah, much love, God bless.
Hey, kia ora everyone. Yeah, my name is Phil Paikea and I work for SafeMan, SafeFamily. I'm on the road at the minute. We're heading off down to Tairāwhiti, Gisborne. So we've got a couple of veins of tāne that we've been working with. And then the next day we're heading off down to Tokomaru Bay. Most of the men that we have there, they're on home detention or electronic bail. Speaking about the kaupapa that we're on, the struggles that the men have around addiction, anger, depression, suicide ideation, all those sorts of things that our tāne struggle with. A lot of us men that are part of the SafeMan, SafeFamily kaupapa, most of us are convicted criminals, and we've traversed that road, and now we no longer give our time to the system. SafeMan, SafeFamily. Kia ora.
Son, Kautūnui to Pawa's daughter, Iniakua, and everybody here is the descendant of that connection. Behind me, actually.
After spending the night at Te Poho o Rawiri Marae in Gisborne, we did some sightseeing before making our way to Pakirikiri Marae at Tokomaru Bay, where over 150 men from all over New Zealand will be meeting to converse and share their own testimonies with the heartbreaking experiences of family and sexual violence. An experience I will remember for a long time to come.
We won't keep you long. We're here to do this part of it. If we can gather over here, we've got Paparo that just wants to have a few words with you before the proceeds onto the marae. Ngā mata kei runga i a mātou. Mangaro mo ki te whenua, Pakaro, Pakaro. Mata ngā toi ki tara raunga, ka
After the porphyry and being welcomed onto Pakirikiri Marae, we could now begin the weekend of sharing and powerful testimonies.
But if we can't make serious change now, we are buggered, because this right now is the biggest window of opportunity that we have had.
Even though they say that I'm the originator of SafeMan, SafeFamily, it's not for me, it's for us. And SafeMan is exactly that. I was a very unsafe man. So was my father. So was my grandfather. I inherited 3 generations of it. I'm now a safe man. How I know I'm a safe man is my family say so. And that's how I come up with that name. Because if the man is safe, the family is safe.
Kia ora whānau, my name's Zihari Ukij. I was born and raised in a little place called Whangarei, just north of Auckland. Well, my brother, I believe it was God, the Lord, and Jesus Christ who brought me on this journey, brother. I was living a fake lifestyle. So I got involved in gangs at a young age. I used to look up to a lot of so-called my brothers, my bro. I still love them actually regardless of my new journey I'm on. Black Power Whangarei. I was involved from about the age of 15 up to about 25, where I had received my patch, showing love in all the wrong ways, I guess, brother. I used to put my love into the people in places I thought that mattered, but I was far from the truth. Ended up in jail for about, countless times, my brother. I've been there, done that. I can't always blame the drug, and I don't know more. It was some choices I made, decisions I made to do. My reason and my purpose of being here is to help others through the struggle that I've encountered in my life.
Hell no to violence for your mokopuna. And we need to make a stand and say there is no room in our whare for violence, sexual or physical, anymore. Those 2 people came together in Gisborne, my father 10 years older than my mother. Mum had already had a baby at 13 to her brother. So the sexual violence has been weaving its way through my whakapapa for generations before it got to me. It's sexually abusing me from the age of 15 months. So from 15 months of age, I thought that was a normal relationship between a father and their daughter. My father treated me like an object, not as a human being. I was somebody that he could use to get rid of the stuff that he needed to at that time. Because my father was a convicted sex offender. My father was in and out of jail for molesting children, for raping women. He did many years in prison for that, and he always was welcome back into our house. And there was this little girl that always bore the brunt of him not being healed. I've got 144 convictions. I've done this much jail and this much this and this much that, and I thought my life was more than that, and it was always meant to be more than that. It doesn't define me anymore. It doesn't define me anymore. So on that journey, anyway, now I work in government. Another place they said I wouldn't be.
This kaupapa came about through Paparau. Paparau is the patron of Tauwhawhi Men's Centre based in Gisborne. And so we've known Paparau for many years. And he put the call out for us to come over to Tokomaru Bay, because they've never had anything like this in this area. Actually, the men on the SafeMan, SafeFamily kaupapa, most of us were perpetrators of family violence. But obviously we're not now, we're safe men. These men are in prison. It'll cost them $130,000 a year to keep those men in prison. We're trying to keep them out. So we've got about 6 or 7 men in this space. So at $130,000 a pop, so you do the maths, 7 men at $130,000. what you should do is give that money to SafeMan, SafeFamily, and we'll make good use of it, trying to keep our men out of prison. You know, I spent quite a bit of time travelling around Auckland, Thames Coromandel, ended up in Christchurch, got introduced to heroin, OD'd in 1977, and then came back to the north in Whangarei in 1978. I was part of a group of Tāne that started up the Black Power. And I guess it was in that space that my life started to really unravel. Well, I've been on the SafeMan, SafeFamily kaupapa for 3 years, but I've been doing the work for over 20 years. And so it was a concept that was put together by our Pauranga Tira, Vic Tamati. Vic Tamati spent quite a few years on the Not Okay campaign, and it was there that I met Vic, and I was given the opportunity to work alongside him for 6 months, and that 6 months turned into 6 years.
When I grew up, I didn't know what it was like to play. Play for me was violence, and that's why I got love tattooed on my hand. It's because that's what I thought it was. My wife, my children, my victims. I mean, how sad is that?
I'm one of those young men that never had a childhood. My dad, in order to discipline me, to set me right on the pathway to life, would literally eventually punch me, kick me, and knock me up. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. It'll go on for, and every time I came to, I'd come to my mum's voice. And my mum said to me, "Ngofu luana wai kakai, get up, you eater of shit." And then he'd knock me back down again. That's why we're here. That's why this is a call to men. You know, you have to make that journey. That's the challenge. Because you actually have that influence on those around you. So I started this organisation, and that's the way we're going to get through this journey, along this redemption journey together.
Kia ora whānau, my name is John Ropia. For myself, coming from a background of domestic violence and criminogenic behaviour and street violence and institutionalism, and then once I started going to jail, I was only experiencing the same thing in there of violence that just seemed to follow me wherever I went in life. And it's also being deported from Australia. You know, this is something big for me because violence has been rife in my life, and I've got 10 children, and I want them to be able to say once I leave this world that they had a father that was loving. They had a father that took accountability, for the things that he done.
My name is Lance Jones, and I'm from Whangarei. So I work for SafeMan, SafeFamily. I am a facilitator there. I know what it's like to be being abused by your father and becoming a perpetrator of family violence. The first time I spoke was at a hui in Rotorua. I was sort of the 50th guy or something like that down the line, and when I heard everybody else's story, it made me comfortable to talk about mine.
I'm here in the beautiful Tokomaru Bay, and what's brought me here is the call to men, kaupapa, wānanga, living without violence. I had much violence in my childhood growing up. I've been working in this space now for 8 years. I'm 8 years clean and sober of all drugs, mainly methamphetamine. My passion comes from the lived experience of living amongst, my family environment, the generational curses that was brought upon by my grandparents, my father, myself. My father was never there. He was in and out of prison all the time. I grew up with a single mother raising 4 children. So I'm just blessed to be clean and sober, to make a change for them, for my future generations. It's not okay.
Kia ora whānau, my name's Christopher Nahi. I hail from Whangarei. I grew up in Auckland. I have several residents in a program that I run called Victory House that are attending their course. So I just felt that it would be an awesome experience for our guys to come away and just listen to other stories and testimonies and hopefully pick up some tools. So I come from that side of the fence. Come from a dysfunctional upbringing. There was a lot of love in our family, but I come from a fatherless home, and I found my place to go was to be in the drugs and alcohol. I started my Victory House journey in 2017. I had an encounter with the Lord in my jail cell, and when I left, got released, I went to a friend's place and I was there and they were drinking and smoking pee and meth and doing what they were doing, and I had been released. Jesus had broken those chains of addiction over my life. Now I'm talking full-blown addiction every day, had to have it. I just had copious amounts of it. And then I was released from that. And then I had a dream, and in this dream I had my old Bible from jail, and the voice was saying, just his loud voice was saying, these are the things to stay away from: drugs and alcohol and sexual moralities. I went downstairs, and it dawned on me that I needed to put myself into my brother's rehab that he had opened through his church, Vibe Church on the Gold Coast. The reason why I wanted to put myself in there as well was because I wanted to surround myself with brothers that are on the same journey, and because I needed to deal with those behaviours.
I've heard the testimonies of our brothers last night, which was very powerful. There was some that stood out for me. We had our brother over here that's been smoking meth for the old 20 years. I can relate to that. For those who may have just joined in the last year or two on the SafeMan, SafeFamily, I'm going to tell you something. To see all of us wearing this t-shirt with this emblem, somewhat of, if you're familiar with the gang culture, it was you had to forfeit, or you had to be seen as fit in these men's eyes to be given the symbol, especially when they come with a little side patch. I don't know, we'll see one of those too. But so it's the privilege to be given this t-shirt today from Towafi Men's Centre and SafeMan, SafeFamily. Brother Phil, Brother Vic, wherever you are, snoring, he's back over there. It's
kia ora, I'm Corey J. Whitaker. I'm raised down in Christchurch, Aranui. All my time in the system till I was 17, and just went through the gang cycle in there. I was born and raised around the Highway 61, and then it ended up, I was always loved the colour blue. Banged it with the Crips, and then ended up with the Black Power. They gave me the love that I didn't really have. So I just finished a 9-year sentence in prison, and I went pretty crazy. I had nothing to lose the first 4 years. Oh man, this has been the weekend of the weekends. Met a lot of blessed people, and it's out here, because even though I went through that darkness, now look. Still got a big journey. This is just the start after today, my brother, and but I got this, cuz I got this.
Much love, everyone. That's the end of the vlog. Make sure you like and comment if you enjoyed that. Man, much love to Phil, much love to Vic and the whole SafeMan, SafeFamily, all of the brothers that attended. I met a lot of solid boys down there and women. A massive thank you to Paikea Marae and Tokomaru Bay for allowing me to film there. Much love, God bless.